This is for the players.
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Max Cooper.
And this is For the Players, the pop culturist PlayStation podcast. Over 40 years of playing PlayStation and 10 plus years in that games media combined. I'd like to thank you for joining us in this PlayStation conversation. Okay, the pressure's on. If you want to join that PlayStation conversation, head over to the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the pop culturist. Also Discord and things, all those links are in the description below. If you want to join the conversation as it happens, head over to patreon.com/thepopculturist, and any dollar value, get yourself a nice little sneaky link where you can watch us record the show live. If you want to support us in a more one-off fashion, head over to thepopculturist.com/shop, where you can buy shirts like other than and sorted shit with our logos on it. I'm not wearing them.
They're there though.
They're there. I
there.
promise you they're there. And other assorted shit with our logos on it. And we are also on Twitch at twitch.tv/thepopculturist. General housekeeping though, there will be no stream this week because I myself will be over on Dash Culture doing their show on the Wednesday afternoon, so I won't be able to do the regular streams. However, with Borderlands 3 coming out this week, I did have word from 2K that the code is on the way at some point. Probably jump on that bad boy.
Definitely.
Hey man,
What's going on?
I'm good. Welcome back.
Yeah, another week.
I think second to Josh, you are in fact the most consecutive guest. So
Josh is not a guest, but
oh yes, true. Well, yeah.
Josh is not a guest on the show.
I mean, secondary to Josh. So it's like I've been in every episode, and then Josh has been in the most.
Every other episode.
Yeah, and then you
consecutively.
Consecutiveness.
Yeah. I think this is number 3, so I think I'm still behind.
Yeah, because
I'm still behind Paul.
Padge has a bit more. I think he's on like 8.
Yeah.
I think, and then Jono's on like 6 or 7. 6 things on 6. Speaking of more housekeeping. Speaking of Paul James and Jono Peck, that's this guy. I will be at the party mode panel again this year at PAX. So if you are at PAX on the Saturday night, it is the party mode panel thingy. What happens is a bunch of different Australian outlets get together, and we all get up in teams, and then we just burst each other in games.
So whoever has you is handicapped.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So the team that I'm pushing for,
it's not your own.
It's not my own. So I've requested to be on the same team as Padge. So Paul James from Player 2, and then I've also requested Kat Benstead from Player 2 HQ. I have gone, we need to be Team P, or the P team.
P team?
Yep. Also sounds like urine. Sounds like a good team. Yep. So that's what I'm hoping for.
And what P are you bringing to the team?
Pop cultures. And P myself because I'm on stage. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. That's a team that I've requested. Whether it's going to be accepted, I doubt it. Because I don't think we get to... I was like, cool, these people have been on my team. Like, that's not how this works. I'm like, no worries.
Just some helpful tips, guys.
No, like, it was good fun last year. We played a couple of cool games on the stage. I did win one of them.
So are they generally just minigame-esque?
Yeah, so they're 3 games that tend to be on the floor at PAX.
Oh, that's cool.
So go to the indie floor and find some stuff that are standout multiplayer stuff, and we give it a go. Last year it was... some 80s inspired looking one, like Party Crashers, I think it was called. And then there was one about mowing lawns. You need to like verse, and then you run over people with lawnmowers. And then there was another game as well. I'm trying to remember what it was. But yeah, so it's all about the 3 teams coming. Yeah. Now this is the 3rd year they've done it, I believe. I've started last year. I'll be on this year. So come and check us out. I think it's 8:30 on the Saturday night. Go what theatre? But we're the last one for the night, so we just kind of have fun.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Last year, the host bought like shaving cream and water guns and fucked with us while we're trying to race. I can only expect that's going to happen again. But yeah, that's all housekeeping out of the way.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, what have you been up to, man? How's the week been? What have you been since you were last in this room?
Okay, so since I was last here, I've been playing more Control.
Yeah.
I still haven't platinumed it. Well, the Xbox version of platinumed it.
Are you pushing for that end game?
I'm slowly getting through it. I'm enjoying my time with it, so I'm trying not to rush through too much because I want to keep playing it. Yep. And I'm one of those people that tends to not go back to games once he's done with them.
Same, yeah.
So I'm trying to slow burn it out, so I don't just be like, I can't be bothered anymore.
Because I'm on that hill right now. Because I know I finished Days Gone a while ago, but I do want that platinum for it. Because I was very close. I think it's like 60% trophies or something, and the rest are just kind of.
Will New Game Plus bring you back into it?
We'll get to that in the news section, but no, because I'm going to finish the playthrough that I've done.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like there are trophies that aren't connected to the platinum associated with like survival mode, that sort of stuff. But if I can just get the main platinum, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah,
I'm pretty content with that. So I was very, very close. Just clicked on that last couple of shit. So with Control, have you done the bosses? Are you up to the last?
Yeah, so it's pretty much just the get all the ability points to upgrade all the abilities and upgrade
hidden
the rest.
locations, man. Don't be afraid to get a guide. Fun fact, because I did all the side missions possible, and I'm still like 6 ability points short. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, okay.
And then you have to find hidden locations.
Yeah.
So I think I used PS4 trophies or something, like one of those websites on the internet.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, here's the 6 easiest hidden places. There's no record of how many you can find, so here are just 6 of the easiest. And bing, 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 bing. Unlock all the abilities. Bing.
Other than that, I went back to Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man.
Spoods. 1 year anniversary. Happy birthday, Spoods, this week.
Been playing the DLC because I forgot I forgot that I owned them all.
Which one did you click through the first one?
So yeah, I did them in order. So I've done the first one, and I'm about
The City That Never Sleeps?
Yeah, it's the one with the cat, black cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
The second one, like Sable, something.
The second one is the Hammerhead, and I'm about halfway through that. It's really good. I mean, the game's great. I just love web slinging around the city. Traversal's super fun in that game.
Does it add a lot more in for a story? Like, does it feel like a necessity DLC?
No, it's the base game itself. I think ended nicely to a point. This is just extra, so it gives you some backstory on some of the other characters that were in the game that kind of got glossed over. Okay.
So I bought it when it was on sale for like $11.
Well, I bought the big boy version that came with the DLC, and then forgot that I had it until all of them came out. So that was a happy coincidence.
Magnified to the microphone. So I mean that because as in like I would love to go back and give it a go. I'd have to reinstall it on the PlayStation because I was like platinum and done. Oh fuck! I bought Season Pass.
Other than that, we bought a Minecraft server, so we've been Minecrafting on PCs. Good fun.
You big nerd.
Good fun. Yeah. Other than that, not much.
Yeah.
That's it.
I myself, because I'm in the same boat. Aside from what we'll talk about in the main part of the show, which is the Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I haven't really turned on my console much this week.
Yeah, I did a little bit. Like, Final Fantasy VIII came out. I bought it like instantaneously, and then played like 20 minutes of it and put it down. I got Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Played like half an hour of it last night in bed. Put it down.
That's really good. And we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like.
I mean, Borderlands will hit hard. I think Borderlands will hit super hard.
Yeah. Oh, because knowing that wanted to push through Breakpoint this weekend, I kind of just slanted my gaming towards the back end of the week.
And then obviously we streamed it on
Friday night. So yeah, just did my usual wrestle watching during the week. I don't think I played anything at work. No, I don't think I'm dead. I think I'm a very quiet games week this week. The only thing that is different is I got this new sexy purple controller. Like, have you played any games this week? Nope, but I bought a new controller. This is the electric purple.
I like the titty blue.
The titty blue?
The titty blue.
The titanium blue. So, because I'm a giant nerd, and I find it fun to kind of... So, I've claimed this is the PopC purple.
Yep.
It's not. It's just purple. Because as you can see, we use like 8 different kinds of purple. So I just whatever's purple, I make it my purple. So
nothing wrong with that.
Our good friends over at Platinum Explosion, another Australian PlayStation show, because their logo is kind of like that titanium-y bluey, and they're like put on social media. I'm like, should we claim this as Platinum Explosion blue? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. What are they gonna do? Just fucking claim it. Yeah. That's the trick. The trick is you just claim it. He's mine. It's my purple now.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's right. Yeah, and then until I get a cease and desist saying, "Can you not?" I'm like, possibly purple my phone. Same thing. It's for the players. Until I get a letter saying, "Can you not use for the players?" I'm like, no worries.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened yet. and we do a PlayStation all the time. So obviously I don't care. But yeah, no major games played this week. So it's very, very chill for me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because it's weird because as I kind of step back over the days in my head whenever we get asked that question. I'm like, okay, what did I do this day? Oh, okay, I went out drinking on. I had a couple of drinks on Friday. Then I played Breakpoint. Thursday, I recorded Young and Restless by myself. Wednesday, I watched SmackDown and Raw. Tuesday, I did Dutch Culture Wrestling. Go check that out. Monday, I did nothing.
Yeah.
So my week is like loaded. My week was so loaded. Oh my god, I was so busy, man. When I had a kid, I thought I was gonna do less. Fuck it, tell me I'm doing more.
Yeah. I've got what 2-3 months left of free time before
something like that.
Before I get hit.
Yeah, it's not too bad though. It's not too bad because it's this thing like I never stopped. I just kept doubling down and doing more and more. Yeah,
well, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you know what never stops though? It's fucking news. But apparently my laptop stops. It doesn't turn on. So that segue was really cool, and I couldn't get any more out. I'm thinking, fuck, how can I extend this? There we go. So this one is the first news that I've completely collated. Normally Josh does it. So there's none of this shit that he likes. It's all the shit that I like. I put some stuff in there that Josh would approve of if he was around. But may he rest in peace.
I noticed that there's no in the list about the WoW Classic raid being beaten within the first week. Under the first week of it being released, wow. A whole guild got all their dudes to level 60 and beat the first raid.
Holy Jesus!
Within a week. People need to go outside.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird line of.
Are you sure Josh is at a wedding and not just playing?
Oh no, I know he's in fact at a wedding. It's his sister's getting married, so congratulations. Yeah, I can 100% confirm he's at that wedding.
He sent you a picture of his dress.
Yeah, he looks fabulous. No, it's just weird. I remember seeing, I saw on Twitter the other day, like people like that just lay out in order to protest a Chick-fil-A in Canada. They all just laid out the front of this building for like 9 hours. I'm like, get a fucking job. What are you doing? And then you're like, this person got to level 60 in the road. I'm like, get a fucking job. But then again, if they have a job, then I tip that back. That's an assumption of mine.
They're just playing on their phone, using Steam Play.
They're doing whatever they're doing, tip their hours up. And, that's just MacGyver. That's just thrifty. We have like six bits of news this week, I think. I know I didn't really add it up together. But number one, I titled this one, A New Look for Some Old Classics. This week, PlayStation UK announced a new retail range titled only on PlayStation. And it consists of 10 of the console's biggest and best exclusive games. They are Bloodborne, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Marvel's Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, The Shadow of the Colossus, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and the Wipeout Omega Collection. Now, although I'm sitting back thinking like these games are fucking out like 9 times.
Yeah, I'm like, aren't they all on the PlayStation Classics as well?
This one makes them different. So what makes this range unique is the collectible sleeve accompanying each title. So, as the pictures are across the internet, they are a minimalist, simple little design.
They look cool.
They look fucking stunning.
They look awesome.
But the problem is, they're just sleeves.
But can't we just buy the sleeves? Do we have to buy the game again?
That's what I want. Because and I should mention, as of recording, there is no confirmation of an Aussie release, but we have our fingers crossed. I just want the sleeves.
Yeah, so they're retail copies, I'm assuming, because they're going to be sleeved. Are they literally just selling us the old box with a sleeve over the top?
Correct.
So why can't we just buy the sleeve and not have to buy the second copy of the game?
Why would you pay $10 when you make someone pay $60?
I mean, yeah, but then, why not just buy the PlayStation Classic and print out a sleeve?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that someone scans it and like blows it out. I can make a series of posters out of it. Yeah. Because they are beautiful.
They do look awesome. I love the minimalistic art style.
Yeah. Because a lot of it's just sort of like iconic things from the game in the image. So, Last Guardian, it's Trico. It's like a black silhouette on a green, I think. Spider-Man's obviously just the chest on a red. Bloodborne is the
machete,
thing.
The hunter's axe.
Last of Us is a silhouette of Ellie and Joel. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
But I have them already. I'm not going to buy them again.
Yeah. I'll buy a sleeve. Oh, yeah.
If they're like, here's all the sleeves for $80. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Here's $80.
Yeah.
Sleeves. I don't even use this. I play most digital games now, but I want them anyway.
I want them as posters. You sell them as posters?
Oh, yeah, big time.
we're in.
Big time. Next up, number 2. I titled this one, Kojima is confused by Kojima. You'd like to think that a video game director has a pretty good grasp on what it is they are making, but what might not be, what might not be the case. What? Push square? What the hell's going on here? It might not be the case over here at Kojima Productions. Hideo Kojima has gone on the record stating that even he doesn't understand what's going on in his own game. Good luck to anyone else trying to figure out what Death Stranding is all about. In an interview with the Financial Times and reported by VG247, Kojima said, quote, Death Stranding, even now, I don't understand the game. Its worldview, gameplay, they are all new. My mission is to create a genre that does not currently exist. And what takes everyone by surprise, there is naturally a risk in that, end quote. We should also note, if you did want to try to focus on that story more than the combat, it was also announced on Twitter that Kojima has discussed the game's difficulty, and it sounds like the players will have plenty of choice, including a very easy mode focused more to a more movie or cinematic feel, and Death Stranding releases the 8th of November 2019. So I think that's a little bit misleading. I think he's like, look, I can't define this game. Rather than not knowing what it is,
I think he exactly knows what it is that he's making. Like he said, he's trying to create a new genre that doesn't exist. Personally, it looks like an open world traversal survival game. It's a survival game that exists.
Yeah, but this one has ladders. The other ones don't have ladders.
And creepy babies and pissing and making mushrooms. And look, I'm still super keen for it. I'm a gigantic Kojima nerd. I have complete faith that he'll come up with something that's batshit crazy, and
he's come up with something.
Yeah, he'll come up with something, and it'll either be bad, and Sony will be like, well, what'd you do with our blank check?
Yeah, I don't think that will happen. I think people will instantly skew him in a positive light for his scores. I think he will come out fine.
Yeah, I think his game will score fine. I think it'll score fine.
But yeah, all of the headlines.
But to the average player, I don't think someone's going to walk into a store and go, "Oh, Death Stranding looks pretty cool," and know nothing about it and buy it.
Yeah, the best thing goes, "Ooh, that's the guy from The Walking Dead."
Yeah,
and then you look and you turn around, and you see his Pangus, and you're like, "Oh, game of the year."
Yeah,
there's not enough pain in games, as I've said commonly.
Should we bring up that he's been hanging with Keanu Reeves over the weekend?
He has been hanging with Keanu Reeves.
Not making a bloody game.
He's just doing more things that aren't making the game. The game comes out in 2 fucking months.
Yep, and he's just hanging with Keanu.
Around.
Maybe he's Matrix.
The game is not hitting release date. I guarantee it was not hitting release date.
It has to, though.
It has to be incomplete or something.
It has to be complete.
Let's specify.
They'll patch in the back half.
Yeah, I should specify. It needs to release date and be complete, rather than hit release date and be half-assed.
It'll be fine. He's got time.
He's got your confidence astounds me. Number 3, more COD news. Activision's latest Call of Duty has been drip feeding information over the last couple of months, but it looks as if we'll have a more specific idea of what's to come. In a graphic shared across their social media, some dates and timeframes have been announced ahead of its October 25th release. These are in order. First up is a beta weekend number 1. It is a PS4 exclusive open beta from the September 12th to the 16th. That's open beta, so you shouldn't need any pre-ordered cards or anything, which is awesome.
Yep.
Next up is some cross-play details, and that will happen within the week of September 16th. So we're going to have, hopefully, cross everything, which would be pretty cool. Second up is the beta weekend cross-play open beta, and that's from September 19th through to September 23. The premiere of the campaign at the end of September, and the special ops premiere at the week of October 7th. Now we've talked about this play on time to show before, like you and I going way back with the Call of Duties. I'm liking open betas. I like multiple open betas.
Open betas are great. Multiple open betas especially are great. Yeah. They're going to need to test this cross-play stuff out. And from memory, I think it's not by console, it's by input type.
That would be cool.
So if you're playing on a PC and you're using a controller, you're going to get matched with
PC docs.
No, you're going to console docs. Yeah. But if you're if you're playing mouse and keyboard, even on console, you will get matched with other people playing.
Oh, it's PC docs.
Yeah. Those PC sweaties.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. Multiple open beta is a big fan. I was wondering what they're going to do with crossplay because that is my biggest concern. Everyone's like crossplay, man. Oh, PCs. I'm like, yeah, but if you play any first-person shooter with a PC, you're going to get your fucking ass handed to you, regardless of how elite you are on PlayStation.
Yeah. Hand-eye movements are a lot easier on mouse and keyboard than they are with the controller. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's input type.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
If it's not, you're lying to me, mate. And
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's the same thing. Like,
otherwise PC just gets omitted.
Yeah, is this something that PlayStation have agreed to? I mean, because as we know, they've been most hesitant to crossplay in the past. So, is this a situation of it's just PC and PlayStation, or is it everybody?
That I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll find out like over that weekend.
I mean, Epic opened the floodgates, but no one else has been able to breach except for Rocket League, actually. So
Rocket League is one, and there was another one that was.
But aren't they? They're owned by.
Recently.
They got bought out by Epic now.
They do. Well,
so
yeah, they do. There was somebody else that was mentioned as one of the big.
Because I know 2K wanted to do it with Borderlands.
That's correct. Yes, Borderlands.
But they said it wasn't not releasing with crossplay, but they wanted to do it. But whether or not it gets done is a different story.
In the interim. Next up, Tokyo Game Show, number 4, I think. Sony once again looks to be light on attendance for another convention, including the upcoming Tokyo Game Show. With only 20 games playable on the floor, including Persona 5 The Royal, Medieval, and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, I'm super keen.
It doesn't feel like a big turnout. However, they have mentioned that there will be numerous titles present at the show, but only in trailer form. Once again, it appears to be nothing new or extraordinary, but it's better than nothing, right? All we can hope for is a banger PSX in December, which we are still yet to hear anything about.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a few games that we haven't heard from in a while, like Ghost of Sushi.
Ghost of Sushi. So Ghost of Sushi is apparently going to be there in trailer form.
Yeah, because that's next year, right? That's one of the last of their PS4 titles.
My prediction is going to come out like October of last year. It'll be the last swan song for the PS4.
So do you reckon it'll bridge that gap and come out on both?
Oh,
do you reckon it'll launch on both to begin with?
Either it's going to drop as a launch title for the PS5, or it'll be that.
Because like October next year is when they're looking at pumping out the new consoles, is it not?
Holy shit, it will be. Oh shit, it will be. And previously it's dropped in November, October, November. So yeah. Prediction.
Start saving your pennies.
I've already planned.
They're gonna be expensive.
They're big boys.
They're gonna be expensive boxes.
Well, I've got an Xbox One that I need them all.
Oh, yeah. Well. Speaking of trading in consoles, you can pick up a Switch Lite for $1 if you trade in your old Switch.
Get out, really? Yeah. So, like, hey...
No, sorry, old Switch in a game, and you pay $1 and you get a smaller Switch that can't switch.
Does the Lite have no dock support?
No dock support, no, you can't remove the Switch.
Even if you plug it into an external third-party dock?
No, so apparently the USB-C on the bottom of it is just a charging port. It's not a multi...
Okay. Because I've got a third-party dock that I bought off Kickstarter a while back.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a little handy little bad boy. Probably take them into packs.
Yeah, no, apparently it's just a charging port.
Yeah, because I don't want to hike that big fucking dock everywhere. And understandable if it's too small for the dock, makes total sense. But if it's just up,
And you can't take the controllers off. You can't switch it. It's an unswitchable switch.
It's just a fucking Game Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how Nintendo like no, these aren't gimmicks. This is legit. This is really cool shit. One year later, fuck all that. Nah, this is gimmicks.
There's no click anymore.
There's no click. There's no like switchy thing. There's like 1-2 switch. Can't play that no more. Eat a dick.
Yeah.
Crazy times we live
in. Yeah, I do want to see more from Sony though. Because it's been a while since we've had even a state of play.
Well, that's true. Like we're in this really tough spot. Like although I appreciate they're quiet, because it means they're like, hey, we don't have anything to say, or it kind of adds this intrigue And I do think it's a smart move.
But I mean,
if they were sitting here coming out every 2 weeks, or especially around now, because we're about to get the convention season.
Yeah.
So we had E3, then we had Gamescom, then we had Tokyo Game Show, and there'll be more things probably throughout the end of the year. But it's just like, or PAX, I should say, in the US. It's a situation of like, if you're repeating the same, like, it's like we have not much to say anyway, and we have to present at each one of these shows.
Yeah, because it's not like they're going to come out and like ghost drop something.
Yeah,
because they've got nothing left.
Yeah, except for like Erica, but like Erica is kind of not even on anyone's real radar.
And it was supposed to come out like ages ago.
Yeah, it was still good.
Yeah,
still really good.
But like all their main flagship titles that we've all been waiting for, they're not moving.
Yeah, the three big exclusives. Yeah, Death Stranding, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima. They're coming out
when they come out. And there's no point talking about them for 6 months.
Yeah, so PSX will likely get, like, if there is a PSX, because I think they've said that there will be. But like, even then, what do they say? Do they just confirm the existence of PS5?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but without saying any specifics, and then have a proper release thingy in like
do February. They, or do they just go crazy and be like, "This is it. This is what you're gonna get. See you in 6 months."
Well, that's the weird thing. So previously, what they've done is they announced it officially at E3, and then in February of the following year, they gave the full specs, full details, coming out Christmas. So then people get the whole year to go for it. Then it comes out in like November. So I'm thinking that if December, they go, here it is, 100% confirmed, PS5 is here. And then
then another little podium slides up the back, PSP2.
Oh, yeah, and then come February, they'll just say, hey, in a couple of months, we'll give you all the details you need to know. As of right now, know it exists. Here's a sizzle reel of what's coming. Yeah. And they just show a bunch of cool shit, and everyone pisses their pants. And then, then February, they have that Mark Cerny come up. He does one of his really interesting voiced things and gives you all those specs, which make me hard. Everyone else kind of goes to sleep. Yeah, and then it comes back at the end of the year. That's what it needs to be. But they're quiet. Makes total sense. Aside from apparently Gears 5 being absolutely bonkers good, which I am going to Games Pass that bad boy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Do you have Ultimate?
Yeah.
Okay, because if you don't have Games Pass Ultimate, you have to wait until the 10th to play it.
I'm not going to play it now. It's fine.
Yeah, just a heads up. only Game Pass Ultimate get to play it early.
That's fine.
I mean, everyone has Ultimate though. I think it was like $1.
Yeah, it was a much better option. But yeah, other than that, like Microsoft have rocked up at every show pretty much, done some sort of minor reveal, and each time it's kind of seemed less impressive. Because it's a situation of like, hey, the PlayStation aren't here, why aren't you going bonkers? They're like, oh, we're doing the best we can. Like,
yeah, I think they're
at the same point. They have minimal stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I mean they've acquired all these studios that aren't going to see. We're not going to see anything from them for quite some time. Obviously, one of their new they acquired the guys who are doing the Outer Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got Obsidian, but that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, and it's doing right now.
And it's on everything. Like, it's not an exclusive.
Yeah, so they can get exclusive marketing rights, I guess. But even then, it's like, well, come October, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot there. Yeah, even then, because they've got up until, as we now know that Halo is the launch title for whatever the next Xbox is. Up until then, what have they got?
Yeah, not a whole lot, I don't think.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft's not going quiet too.
Might not necessarily be a bad thing.
Potentially not. Next one. This one's called Cyberpunk. Okay. Developer CD Projekt Red has spoken about its possibility about its possible inclusion of multiplayer many times. Very recently, in fact, senior concept artist Martha Jonkers commented on the matter, saying, quote, "We're not saying no multiplayer, but it doesn't mean we're saying yes either. It's still in an R&D phase," he told Eurogamer. Things have changed, however, between now and then, as the studio has officially announced multiplayer is on the way to the sci-fi RPG.
2 years after launch.
Quote, "Until now, the only thing we said about multiplayer was that it was in R&D. As we're getting closer to launch, single-player Cyberpunk 2077 is still coming out for April 2020. I'd like to confirm multiplayer is in the works. If you feel like lending us your skills, apply. There's a link, and this is all on Twitter. And the plan for now is to deliver Cyberpunk 2077 in April, then follow up with the DLCs that will be free and single-player content. And, once we're done, invite you to some multiplayer action. Cyberpunk 2077 releases on the 16th of April 2020.
Yeah, we're not going to get multiplayer for ages after launch.
Yeah, not a year later, I think.
I also saw that they said they were going to split their teams and become a 2 IP studio and just work on The Witcher and Cyberpunks.
Yeah, they kind of mentioned that, like, that was when there was this weird confirmation that, like, The Witcher was coming back. Which is cool. Makes sense. The series, like, is swimming in cash, and there's so much more of them now.
And they have GOG as well.
Yeah, got GOG, yeah.
They got GOG.
Was it Good Old Games?
Good old games.
So it's just
great old games.
Yeah. Sufficient old games.
Sufficient.
Yeah, rather than call it SOG.
Yeah. They're doing fine.
Yeah,
They'll get it done. We'll see multiplayer a while after.
I think it depends how big the main game is, right?
Will people want it though?
I don't know.
Do you want multiplayer and a single player experience?
I'm a big single player guy, so no.
Don't get me wrong. Last of Us multiplayer was rad.
Yeah, well, it depends. It all comes down to what kind of multiplayer it is. They've not explained whether it's a sort of a team deathmatchy multiplayer like like what Uncharted multiplayer was, what Last of Us multiplayer was, or is it a multiplayer shared storytelling experience? Like,
that'd be cool.
Like, can you and someone else play the campaign, like co-op campaign?
Ooh, co-op campaign. I'm a sucker for a co-op campaign.
Depends because they've mentioned multiplayer here, not co-op. So I think they're looking at going that competitive multiplayer route.
We'll see.
If it's competitive multiplayer, no. Second last bit of news. Similar to Ghost Recon Wildlands and The Division 2, Ubisoft certainly has its future of Ghost Recon Breakpoint in mind with the announcement of its Year 1 plans. We'll get to more about the beta very shortly. Comprised of 3 main episodes, the slate of content coming in the game's first year of service kicks off as soon as it launches next month on the 4th of October. The first episode, Operation Greenstone, adds a further 5 hours worth of story content, a raid named Project Titan, and a special event based on the Terminator. Ooh. Sprinkled throughout these major content drops will be the new faction missions, updates to PvP, and a new class. Episode 1 concludes in January 2020, at which point Episode 2, Deep State, takes over, before Episode 3 sees us through until September 2020. Each wave of content brings with it new missions, raids or raid updates, classes, and special events. And don't forget, unlike other Ubisoft titles such as The Division 2, this post-launch content is not free for all players. You will require the Year 1 pass to access these activities, although roughly an hour of each episode will be made available for all players to sample. As mentioned, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint releases on the 4th of October. We'll get to that. Let's hold our thoughts on that.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that one. Last but not least, top selling games week ending 1st of September 2019. Number 10, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. Number 9, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 8, God of War. Number 7, Minecraft. Not your PC version. Number 6, Crash Team Racing. Number 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 4, Marvel Spoodsman. Number 3, The Dark Pictures Anthology Man of Medan. Number 2, Wreckfest, which is apparently fucking bonkers good. And number 1, as it should be, Control. Go Control.
Go Control.
Speaking of weird controls, QUICKBITS.
Oh,
Sony confirms
this is a joke.
It's called the cross button, not the X button. I've known about this for years, though. I don't know why this is such a big thing right now. I've known about it forever.
No, it will and
I still refer to it as the X button and always will.
Yeah.
But I've known that it's been called the cross for a longest window of time.
No. Good. Well, their argument is, what do you call the circle then? What do you call it circle if it's
Not a circle.
Yeah. Like, because I guess it makes sense because all the rest of the shapes, and X is not a shape, like square, triangle, circle.
True.
Cross.
Well, because yeah,
it's done. It's an X. It's an X button.
Next up, Pixel Opus's Concrete Genie has gone gold ahead of its October 8th release date. So it's about a month out. It's already gone gold. Fuck yeah.
That's great.
Congratulations, Pixel Opus. Looking forward to it coming out and us getting our hands on it. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, and Jedi Academy are being released on PS4 in 2019 and 2020 respectively. That game's old as balls. I love those games so much. I played them on PC like forever ago. Why?
So I actually saw this not through PlayStation, but I saw this on the Nintendo Direct, and
yeah,
I'm like,
on the Switch.
I'm like, oh, those games did not age well.
I'm like, oh, look, hey, the Switch has new games. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
that entire direct was almost just his other games, old games. You should check out.
I don't know, that it did have the greatest trailer for a fighting game though in the new Smash character announcement.
Banjo and
no. So no, Terry from Fatal Fury.
Yeah,
they had like an old 16-bit style video of all the Fatal Fury characters trying to grab the Smash invitation.
Oh yeah,
it's so good, so good.
Did you watch a bit of a Nintendo doc?
Do I want him in my game? Not really.
But yeah, no, I'm just finding a lot of the Switch announcements were all like, hey, here's games you played elsewhere. It looked better there, but you can play it here.
Yeah, I also spent $40 buying a Super Nintendo controller, though, to play those new SNES classics.
Oh, you are the worst. Like, not even any good games on there. Where's my Mystic Quest Legend?
Hey, there are good games on there.
I'm sure there is.
Yoshi's Island.
Be mad till I can be. But also, why the fuck? Like, I love these games so much. But I loved them then.
Yeah, like I said, they I don't think they aged well. I still own them. I have them on Steam.
I have Jedi Academy on disc.
I think I still have the disc for Jedi Academy. Yeah, great.
Days Gone is getting a new game plus mode, as we mentioned, with 2 new difficulties: Hard 2 and Survival 2. Its new update will drop on September 13, and there are also new trophies connected to these difficulties.
Woo!
Code Vein demo is out now.
Yep.
I believe this may be the demo from PAX.
No, I don't think it is.
No?
No, so I played it at PAX last...
Yeah.
Was it last year that I went with you guys? Yeah, last year.
Year before.
Year before? Year before.
Year before.
Yeah, so I played it at PAX. This one, I believe, has a character creation tool, which is apparently rad. I haven't downloaded it yet, so can't tell you.
And finally, the multiplayer support for Uncharted 2 and 3 and The Last of Us on PlayStation 3 has finally ceased. This was announced months ago, but it did just finally happen.
It's a bummer.
Bit of a bummer. So those trophies for multiplayer on Uncharted 2, 3 and Last of Us no longer obtainable.
I wonder how many people were still playing it on PS3 multiplayer though.
Well, apparently recently, I imagine the last couple of months everyone's kind of gone to town on it. But I imagine it was like, apparently it was consistent, but like not gangbusters numbers.
Yeah. Because the people playing it still are probably playing on PS4.
On my phone. Yeah, good. Credit to them. Get a PS4, you jerks. Like, what the hell are you doing? There's 100 million of them out there. Like, buy one.
They probably have one. There's just probably...
Or they put all this time and effort into it.
It's probably just easier.
When there's less people, you probably have more fun.
Maybe.
But that...
Or the player base is worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's... Well, I forget how Josh says that's everything in the news. It's time to chat to the players about the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint Closed Beta. The fucking long-ass title. So big thank you to Ubisoft Australia for providing myself the code, which allowed me to invite Max to come and play the beta with us. And as you can, you'll be able to see, I'll have it prop... Oh no, that's not good. It's popped out. Oh no. Fuck you, laptop. I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, so you'll be able to see it. I'll put it up on the YouTube today, which is Sunday. Our gameplay from the Breakpoint beta.
Yeah.
From when we streamed. So big thank you to them once again. But let's just get into it.
What do you want to start?
Overall thoughts, and then we'll get nitpicky.
Overall thoughts. Okay, so I played Wildlands a little bit, not too much. Never finished it. Jumped into Breakpoint. I think I've played a little bit more than you now. Overall, it wasn't bad. Kind of, more of the same. Gunplay, to me, personally, felt a little bit better. I went in with low expectations. This game wasn't really on my radar, so I didn't have that hype behind me coming in. But it was alright. Yeah,
I had a different experience.
We had some issues. Like, we definitely had some issues.
My expectations for this game were moderate.
Yeah, because you and Josh were pretty keen on it.
Yeah,
because you guys re-downloaded Wildlands. You started playing it again.
Yeah, we started tearing up Wildlands for a while there, and it was awesome. And like, I guess the big difference is that game's now 3 years old, so we're 3 years deep in updates, and Wildlands just ran fucking awesome. Like, they got to that point where it's just solid as fuck game. So coming into this, I was really excited. So when we announced that the beta was up and running, messaged Ubisoft, like, help brother out. Like, cool, here's your code, bite your friends, have funsies. Like, sick. I I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as if I've lost all the hype, because part of me, like, I'm reasonable enough to know that this is
a
still
beta. It's not a finished product.
And even then, like, I've seen this before. The code that the code that we could be playing could be a build from. Sorry, the build that we were playing may have been a build from a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Like, they just beta test certain parts of it. You never get the latest up to date version. Because remember, there was one game that we did the beta for in like a September, August sort of thing, and it was built from like June. Like, it was a good 2 months back. And a lot can happen in 2 months. So I think that a lot of the hiccups that we faced could be part of that. It could be some servery issues. But even this afternoon, before we jumped back in, I jumped into Wildlands. I'm like, this game runs fucking awesome. And then when we jumped into Breakpoint again, and then shit didn't spawn in.
We instantly broke the game.
Clip will be on the Facebook, where I managed to slide my way across everything.
Yeah.
It is a beta. Like, and I've played, like, thanks to Ubisoft, I have played alphas before. So, like, I'm under the understanding of what can happen.
Yeah.
And, like, I've played plenty of alphas and betas in my time. But, like, some of this felt system level iffy.
Well, I mean, the last alpha I played, I got into the alpha for that Titan game.
Titanfall?
No, not Titanfall. The one that was supposed to be really good that's just tanked real hard by that studio that does
So specific.
Anthem. I played the Anthem alpha, and oh my lord, was that bad. So this ran better than that. I had less issues than what you did.
Yeah.
Because obviously I was playing with you on stream, but I was also watching your stream at the same time. You were getting some mad screen tearing going on in your game.
Now, I was playing on a pro. I was originally using super sampling mode plus boost mode, which boost mode shouldn't affect any new release titles. It more affects old titles. Yeah. So yeah, super sampling, PS4 Pro.
I was playing on a peasant OG PS4.
Yeah. I was having screen tearing, like distracting screen tearing. I had a couple of slowdowns here and there. But one thing that was a massive problem was texture pop-in. Sometimes it didn't pop in at all. Now, these ones may be more server-related, but there was an exact moment where I was down.
You were down.
You revived me. I stood up in your game.
Yes.
And I was still down.
Yeah,
So
but
then
on your side, on your stream, you were still dead, waiting to be revived. That happened a few times. The next issue was I was in a car and you were just sitting there waiting for me to get in the car. And I'm like, I'm in, just drive. And I was just getting pulled behind the back of the car.
You were being it was almost like you were being dragged behind by a rope. There was a dead body in that seat that you yanked out 2 towns over.
That you were sitting inside of.
Sitting inside this dead person. There was a time we found a crashed helicopter. I think you crashed it.
No, I shot it down.
You shot it down. Apparently for you it was exploded. For me it was perfectly crisp. Blade still going. But I couldn't get into it. Then, it's just like they're just technical problems we're facing. And some character models looked like anus. Like your main character, Nomad or whatever they're called, is fine. Looks probably the sharpest of the lot.
Yeah, you were having some autofocus issues in some of the cutscenes, which I was.
We'll get to that. But yeah, so like when you meet, like there's a guy, you go to this communal area, which we'll get to too. You go to this communal area, you meet this guy, and he looks like PS2 CG level of quality. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And the game is using that autofocus feature where it blurs out the background. So there are a lot of things here that feel like Assassin's Creed. They've taken a big hunk of Assassin's Creed over.
Yeah.
And that in terms of how cutscenes delivered, they're very much that single camera face delivery now, so no kind of like third person open thing. Like, if I remember correctly, in Wildlands it was more like, they'd have shots of people in rooms sitting around tables and the camera's over there and you could see all 3 of them. It's that dedicated face shit. I guess these ones take, like, as in the single camera face stuff probably takes less effort because that's just using the same in-game models. There's no actual cutscene creation.
Yeah,
it's just shot for shot what you're seeing in front of you. But for that reason, the autofocus was kicking in, and then for some reason the back would just be horrendously blurred, or fuck it, everyone's horrendously blurred. Then one person's really sharp, who's not even in the conversation. I think I had a really tough time with that focus.
Yeah, which was interesting because some of the cutscenes that you got, because we were in a party, they wouldn't activate for me. So there was actually one part where you were stuck in a cutscene, and I was getting ambushed by the people that were supposed to come in once the cutscene had finished. So when you popped out of the cutscene, there was just dead people everywhere.
There's like 8 everywhere. Loot. Yeah. Speaking of loot, so what they've done here as well, they've added a lot more RPG mechanics in terms of like loot scores and gated off areas because of those loot scores.
Yeah, so you see a gated area quite quickly. Actually, I think within the first 10 minutes of the game, there's literally these dudes are gear 150 bail, and if you stick around, you just instantly die.
Yeah, so what they're doing there is they set up straight away that these are the people that work with John Bernthal.
Yeah,
his character's supposed to be called. And it's like, okay, this is where you end up. This is where your end game is. The problem that I'm having with it is I loved Wildlands because it felt like The Division. Yep. They've removed all the Division-y things. It feels like they've removed a lot of the Division-y things and replaced them with some Assassin's Creed mechanics. Assassin's Creed's fine. I enjoyed like Odyssey and Origins, but I like The Division so much more, and it feels like they've really pulled away from it.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think it's hard to judge on such a small slice, especially with the
because we got all the missions done in an hour and a bit.
Yeah, we streamed for what? Just under 2 hours, and I think we finished most. Yeah, we finished
all the main quest missions that we were given.
Yeah, there were other stuff to do,
but they're all level gated.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. It was very weird. Yeah, no, so
like one of the other big things is vehicle control. There's some changes. I in the first playthrough for some reason had my right stick camera locked, so I couldn't actually when I was riding the bikes, because although the bikes handled like ass in Wildlands, I enjoyed it. I was able to learn how to ride those bikes in that game without a problem. But I guess playing a lot of Days Gone sort of put me in that place as well. I know how to handle the bikes in those games. And a lot of that comes to the ability to use the right stick as a way to sort of plan your turns ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of skid into the camera. Where when I played it the first time, it didn't give me any. I moved the stick, gave me nothing. It was locked in the arse end of my bike. Saying that though, we booted up this afternoon, and then again apparently I had it back.
So the issue I had with the driving was it was too light in Wildlands. You were just all over the shop, and now I feel that they've overcorrected it to the point where it's now too heavy for me.
Agreed.
It takes so long to just to turn. Like it's just it was really awkward. A few of the other traversal things that I got annoyed about, whether or not it's just not in this beta or I was doing something wrong. I remember in Wildlands, once you got your parachute upgrade, you could essentially base dive off the side of mountains, pop your parachute, fly away. There's no option to base dive in Breakpoint that I saw. It was just you would stumble and fumble your way down a mountain until you fell and died.
Or slide.
Yeah, or just slide endlessly. There was no like base jumping option to just pop your parachute.
But because the parachuting once again is a skill perk.
Yep.
That you have to, which is fine.
I mean, it's the very first one that you can unlock. It's not like it's
it's like it's buried
super gated. Yeah.
Change in the skill, and so previously it was like a branching sort of. It was a very simple tree. It was like 5 options, and then down from each. 5 options, and down from them were your categories.
Yeah.
Now it's a big branching fucking tree, and it looks like a generic ass skill map. And on top of that, they've removed because there was no cursor in the other ones, but now everything's done by cursor.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ubisoft have been doing that a lot recently.
Ew.
Honestly, I don't mind the cursor.
Ew. It's one of the shittiest things about fucking Destiny.
Yeah, no.
And then everyone's like, "Oh, Destiny's really popular. Is it the cursor?" No one likes the game. Everyone just likes the cursor. And then the cursor works up into every fucking game. No. Balls. Absolute balls. I think what else to complain about.
I'll
What else we put on the list?
I'll consult my list.
Visually, like it looks prettier.
Keeping with Destiny, we could talk about the social space that's in the game.
So what they've done now is they've implemented this social space. So previously, when it felt like you were 4 people liberating a giant fucking continent, and you were the only 4 people, now you go to a social hub and there's like 80 fucking people. You're like, oh, so it's not me versus the world anymore. It's all of us, but they only hang out here. You don't see them in the outside world
that we know of.
No, because once you leave that area,
it was an instanced area. Yeah. Although it didn't when you booted it up before. The gate was open. You just walked out and you were out.
I'm like, and then everything just appears. Gate down, helicopter appears, bikes appear. I didn't like it. And also a good place to grab people if you want to complete a mission, like, because I'm sure there's a chat window. I think I found a chat window by accident. So like you can be like, hey, I need to run some missions, looking people with gear score, whatever.
Maybe they'll do something similar with like Division 2 where you can just like pop your flare and
people be like,
they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll come help out.
That would be cool. Saying that though, ew. Like, I don't like these social spacey things personally.
Okay, what about your thoughts on guide?
What's on social spaces?
Okay, so social spaces are fine in games that require social things.
Yeah, and I guess this game is multiplayer driven, so I suppose.
It depends. Like, I can see. Don't get me wrong. Like, let's use Destiny for instance. Yeah. I don't go to the tower to be like recruit people. I do that on a different website and just send out invitations. You don't find people. They're just there to fill in the space so it doesn't look so empty.
Yeah. As I'm punching shit. So the problem that I have with social thingies is I don't trust random fucks. Like, if I'm going to play a game that involves me to bring other people in, I'm going to bring you. I'm going to bring Josh. I'm going to bring, like, Buddy and Dash and friends of mine that I can play with because they're my friends.
Yeah.
Like, when I played Division 2, the only time I played multiplayer was with Paul because I trust Paul. And Paul's not going to fuck me around. They're like, random jerks, like, hey, we're going to do this mission. They're like, okay. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no shared... there should be a shared objective, but there isn't. Saying that, though, plus side of this game, there's no AI squads. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's what I said to you when we first started this game. The reason why these games, to me, are fun are the people that you play with. That's what makes these fun. Whether it's... Like, I could just drive around and just be dicking around with friends and I'd enjoy this game. I wouldn't have... Like, that's what we ended up doing in Wildlands. We'd jack a helicopter, fly around. That was fun. You know?
Well, one of the things, because of the level gating, you can't do that anymore.
That is correct.
So you can't just go fuck off and then have fun. Because that's something we talked about last week, was like when you played Wildlands, you was like, fuck it. You went, me. And then you just went and got all the weapons and came back. And then you're like, I remember where everything is.
Yeah, so, yeah, that was a big issue.
And like,
I like having a kind of... I don't want to be corridored into it, but I need a clearish path of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Open world, that's what you need.
Yeah, like, what was that last one with the Far Cry? Last Far Cry game.
Yeah, Far Cry New Dawn was dope.
No, not New Dawn, the one before it.
5.
Yeah, Far Cry 5. It had a path, but I could choose where I wanted to start. Yeah. I kind of had a way to go.
It's like, this is what you need to do. You need to go here and take on these bosses. Which is, well, actually, Wildlands did that. Because
Wildlands kind of did that, because it did have this is the big bad, but here's all the little bads that you need to kill. But then I just bailed to the other city, and then I had no intel on anyone there, so there were no bads there.
So you had no choice but to plane your way back.
Yeah. And then I was like, did I get this guy already? What have I done? How do I do it? Because I took quite a large break from it, so that just never helps.
That's why Josh and I just started again.
Yeah.
Because after coming off the back of playing a lot of Division 2, the game just felt awesome. What else we put
guided mode.
Oh yeah,
for your missions. So they went Assassin's Creed on us.
Yeah, so in Odyssey.
Yeah,
I think Origins. Perhaps,
I think Origins did it as well.
So they both have this toggle where you have what's called guided mode. So rather than the game giving you a waypoint,
this is your checkpoint. It's 500 meters in this direction. Yep. Go there.
It just goes, and there's nothing, and it goes, hey, you'll find it northeast of this place, roughly near this building. That's too open for me, and that hurts me.
So I love that. But you pull open your map, and you're like, okay, where's this point? Okay, we're going to go northeast from that point.
With the right people.
And then you're like, Waypoint, it's around here.
Yeah, right, people? That could be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Because I play most of these solo, I'm like, just get me where I need to be.
Yeah.
I love the idea of on paper, it sounds fucking awesome. Because one thing I did notice here, which Wildlands did do, it would give you a map on the road.
Like a GPS style
GPS
map,
sort of style. And like, there's no, unless you're in a car, there's no mini map in this game too, which is fascinating.
Yeah, I did. Oh, there's some when you're in combat because you can see the red markers of where people are.
Yeah, but sometimes there would just be no mini map.
Yeah,
very weird, very jarring. Or, of course, being a beta bug. You fucking. You may have had one the entire time.
Yeah, I think I did. I don't think there was any point that
I had a real tough time apparently.
What else have I put down here? Yeah, most of the stuff that I put down we've covered, like the gear score style gameplay, the RPG elements with the enemy levels, like gated off areas. I put down your draw distance issue complaints.
Yeah, because my biggest complaint about that is what's so fantastic about Wildlands is when that game opens or at any point you look off the edge of these mountains and there is scope and there is scale and you look and it almost seems like an endless world and you're like, fuck yeah. And then knowing you can just get in a plane and go there.
Yeah.
Like granted there's a lot of dead space, but it's still dense
It's
enough.
still somewhere that you can go and do stuff.
It's still dense enough that you can't just be like up a hill. Like you've got to put effort in, and I love that. But with here, because you are on an island, and I presume at some point you may leave that island because there's a mission that kind of implies to get off the island.
Yeah, we were getting a boat, so, but I don't know.
But
like,
is there a big area that we get to? But like, cause one of the things you look out now and it's ocean. You're like, oh, like that's very old school game.
Because that's the story behind this game, isn't it? This guy has taken over this island with his drones,
so,
and we're trying to liberate the island.
Yeah.
Oh, those. By the way, those drones, holy crap, they are so OP.
Yeah, big time.
We were driving along in a boat, and then a drone spotted us, and then next minute we were dead.
8 drones.
Yeah, 8 drones.
Well, like, cause I managed to take one down after that. I had to hide behind a tree and just fucking wait for it to breathe, and then like, and that's the like I said. In terms of the gameplay of the gunfight you mentioned earlier, like it feels different to me. It didn't feel good.
I think I enjoyed it more than what it.
But I like for some Wildlands, where just to be audio cues. I don't know. The audio cues on Wildlands make the guns feel heavier.
Yep.
But because this is set semi-futuristically, as by you can tell by the design of the vehicles, you can tell by the drones, you can tell by some of the tech that you've seen around. Where Wildlands is very much,
yeah. I really hope they run another beta. I really hope they run
an open beta at some point.
I hope it's a different build. I hope it's not the same. I hope they don't re-release the same beta and just make it open as opposed to closed as it was.
Guess we'll wait and see on that one. But
because we're a month out on it.
Yeah, almost to the day. Yeah. So I did reach out to the community to ask what they thought. I did leave a late notice, as I always do. So Kyle asks, how does it stack up against the previous entry, and what would you say to perk someone's interest to check it out?
That's a hard question, especially for me, because I don't know if this is a must-have for me. But like I said, I didn't get hardcore into Wildlands. As it stands now, I believe Wildlands is fantastic. It took them a while to get there, but the content that it has now is. Yeah,
I would probably say play Wildlands. You get a better experience. It's cheap as shit.
If you're looking for more of the same, I don't think this is going to be it for you.
Yeah, if you're someone like myself that was like, I loved Wildlands, is this more of the same? Oh, it's not. Like, if it's this weird situation of, I understand with sequels they need to progress. That's entirely how sequels work. But I feel like they've gone too far. Like, I understand that there is this unspoken Ubisoftness to these games particularly.
I think it's more the fact that they're setting most of their games up as games of services now,
which is fine.
Like they want this game to last. Like, they've already got year 1 plans.
Yeah,
and
which no issue. Division 2 had the same thing. Like, I had the same concerns for Division 2. I'm like, man, they've already planned their first year and the game's not even out yet. But that game was so bonkers and good that they were like, yeah, it's fine. But where here is the change feels so drastically different. Like, and I love that Ubisoft can support their games, so that's not a concern. I imagine it will get better over time. it's just so different from what Wildlands is, from what, you know, Ghost Recon is as we know it. I do wonder that will turn a lot of people away. And I don't like, the Ubisoftification of it all. Where there, like, I understand that there's Rockstar games that Rockstar does it as well, or they used to do it as well, where you would always find things like gameplay loops in Manhunt and these, other games would all come together in Grand Theft Auto. So you'd be like, oh, they've taken the targeting system from this game, until they've taken the gunplay from this system. Like Bully has helped inspire this. Like you can feel all the connected nature of Rockstar, them trying out new things. Where here it's like, oh no, let's just put it on everything. But like not every game fits within that style. Like the cutscene, like the how they've changed the cutscenes with the single camera face stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it's developmentally easier, but it's, I don't know, I'm not liking it, because I know in the other ones your character was, it felt like, I guess, that they weren't as heavily involved in the story. You were just kind of being told what to do and you go and do it.
Yeah.
And in the open world nature of the game, that makes sense. Because like, hey, go there and kill these guys. And you're like, well, I'm generic military man 1 to 4. Let's just go do it. Where here they're funneling a story into it, and I like, but the story beats here must have been in the DLC that I haven't played, because they've set up John Bernthal's character, so it is there. Like that story driven shit is there. I just haven't seen it yet by the sounds.
It's interesting the stuff that you mentioned that they're doing a Terminator.
Well, they did Predator. And
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like,
and it's impressive because Terminator just did shit with Gears.
Yes.
So you can play a T-1000 or whatever in the Horde mode. So Terminator's gone real hard. But yeah, there are some changes here that I'm not feeling. Now, of course, I will probably still play this.
Yeah, I will still get it as well, but probably not on launch.
I am very curious to see how this reviews. I'm not super happy with it, but I hope it's something that changes over time. So actually, I am a little bit disappointed overall.
Yeah, like you said, it just depends on how old the build was, and what changes in the next beta. I'll definitely play the next beta again. I will give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, like if there is something substantially different in the next beta, sick, and that might be enough to win me over. But as it stands right now,
yeah.
But look, as we said, the Wildlands, the
Breakpoints.
The Breakpoints, the Ghost Recon Breakpoints is about a month away. Let's take a look at what games coming out this week. Before I should do that, though, I've got to close the other segment. So let us know what you thought of, or what you think of Breakpoint. If you have played the beta. If not, you can leave questions below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. I'll consult Max if needed be, and I'll reply to everything in the YouTube channels, all those social medias. But as I was mentioning, Breakpoints is a while away. Let's take a look at what games are coming out this week in a section called Coming to the Players. So here's the new PlayStation games coming for September 10, 2019. We've got Agatha Knife, PS4 Digital, out on the 12th of September. Battle Wake, PSVR Digital, out on the 10th of September. Looks to be a interesting ship game. I'm going to read it out. The RB High Seas Mayhem ahead in Battle Wake, a rip-roaring pirate combat game exclusively for VR. Become 4 mythical pirate lords, captain a massive, upgradable battle-ready ship, and wield ancient powers. I would vomit in that game, because I'm not very good at... I play Sea of Thieves, not VR.
And want to vomit.
I get a little pukey. And that sounds very pukey to me.
It sounds great fun, actually.
It sounds like a laugh. Bell bomb. Like Blasphemous, PS4 Digital. Borderlands 3, PS4 Digital and Retail, out on the 13th. The original shooter looter returns, packing bazillions of guns and a mayhem-fueled adventure. Blast through new worlds and enemies as one of the 4 new Vault Hunters. Play solo or with friends to take on insane enemies, score loads of loot, and save your home from the most ruthless cult leaders in the galaxy. Caravan Story. PS4 Digital. Distraint Deluxe Edition, PS4, PS Vita cross-buy, Digital. eFootball PES 2020, PS4 Digital. When did it get called eFootball? Wasn't it just PES?
Who knows?
Interesting. I thought it was Pro Evo. Alan, PS4 Digital, out on the 13th. Greedfall, PS4 digital and retail. Apparently this one looks dope. Explore uncharted new lands as you set foot on a remote island swimming with magic and filled with riches, lost secrets, and fantastic creatures. With diplomacy, deception, and force, become part of a living, evolving world. Influence its course and shape your story. That's pretty cool. There's a dude on the front with like a Captain Cook hat and a rapier.
Yeah, it sounds cool. Do you know who's doing it?
Focus Home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do.
Hero Express, PS4 digital, out on the 10th. Jigsaw Zen, out PS4 digital. NASCAR Heat, PS4 digital and retail on the 13th. Next Gen Sandbox, PS4 digital, out on the 13th. The grossest fucking pitch I've ever seen. This is what it is. Create your own dynamic game world with this professional editor. That's it. For some reason, there is a crosshair in this plume. There's a bird. For context, there is clearly a sky picture with a bird in the bottom left-hand corner, a PNG of a plume of smoke and fire with a crosshair
Was
in
that
it.
fire? I thought they were like flowers or something.
It was like popcorn, but really burnt popcorn.
Yep.
NHL 20, PS4 digital and retail, also out on the 13th. Real Fishing Road to Adventure, PS4 digital, out on the 11th. I remember playing Real Fishing on PS1. Super Dodgeball Beats, PS4 digital, out on the 12th. Looks like Dragon Ball Z, but dodgeball. What the fuck? Utsura Ware Numuno Zan, PS4 digital retail. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, close enough, I guess.
Cool, good enough. You like your weird shit. The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series, PS4 digital and retail. WRC 8 FIA World Rally Championship, PS4 digital and retail, and that is it. Obviously, big standout there, Borderlands 3, and I hear Greedfall is pretty sick, so they're probably my 2 picks of the week.
And then obviously the sports games will sell as the sports games do.
Yeah, sports to sports. Like,
I mean, NHL's great.
NHL
it's
is
a
really
fighting
fun.
game, right?
NHL does always stand out as a good sports game. Like it's quick, it's fast, it's fun. You don't really have to learn the rules of hockey to make it work. Just like how to slap shot it up the back end.
You just need to know how to punch people, and you're good to go.
I'm sure if you understand how hockey works, probably have a better time.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Thank you very much, Max, for joining me once again.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck. There's a hand shaking up a storm in here. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure having you for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's always fun. Always fun.
Have you found your show, having to do 2 weeks rather than just guest spotting one?
Yeah, definitely a lot easier. It gets easier over time.
It does.
My first appearance was horrendous. I believe I was talking way too softly.
Yeah.
So,
and not into the mic,
not into the mic, yeah. That's just always an issue. But they're the things you learn.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
and this time you got a fucking beta code out of it. So if anything, like you had the good experience.
I did.
Yeah. That's been awesome having you, man. It's been good fun. Like normally you just come around for your VR streams.
For the old VR streams.
Which you haven't done in a while.
It's because there's been nothing much.
Yeah,
great out.
Nothing's come our way of the VR. Nothing's even jumped out at me. It's in a puke game, which I'm not going to play.
Yeah, no. Oh. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully,
I don't think there's anything booked for the rest of the year. In terms of VR. There's like a Doctor Who experience, which would be cool.
Yeah.
I like Doctor Who.
Actually, you know what I really want to do? That Penn and Teller PSVR thing.
Yes!
That'd be rad.
When does that drop?
I have no idea.
It's this month. It's not this month, it's next month.
But that should be great.
Alright, we'll find that. I'll make it happen. So that PlayStation conversation happened on a Monday morning at 8 a.m. on your podcast services, 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. If you want to join that PlayStation conversation, head over to the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/popcultures, social medias, or whatever. All those links are in the description below. If you want to watch us record the show live, head over to patreon.com/popcultures. We get a nice little sneaky link where you can come and join the show. And we are trying to be better at letting you know when that's going to happen. Sorry. It's when you do it on weekends, it's tough to balance it all.
Yeah, of course.
And I just think sometimes things get in the way, like a kid fucking breaking a leg.
Life happens.
Josh's kid didn't dislocate her leg falling off a horse. It was off a skateboard. Much gnarlier outcome.
Much gnarlier.
But if you want to support us in a more one-style fashion, head over to popculturist.com/shopping, buy shirts and other sort of shit with our logos on it. We are on Twitch at twitch.tv/thepopculturist. And as I mentioned this week, there will be no stream on the scheduled Wednesday, as I'll be over at Dash Culture doing their show. So if you head over to twitch.tv/dashgamer, and that's gamer with an E, not a gamer with a 3, not an E, you should be able to watch me do that show. I believe that's everything you need to know. If you go to PAX, come to the panel. Funsies. See you. Have fun with us. But until next week, I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Max Cooper.
And that was For the Players. For the Players, the Pop Culturist PlayStation podcast is fan-supported at patreon.com/thepopculturist. And we'd like to thank our Patreon producers and our Patreon founders for their kindness, their support, and their generosity. Our Patreon founders: Alf the Ferret, Craig O'Flaherty, David Chataway, Jesse Stevenson, and Jacob Garner. And our Patreon producers: AJ Abatomi, Damien Holdies, Kyle Dunn, Lee Wintershoven, Nathan Massetti, Paul James, Pure Mongrel, and Sean Levitt.